so I had to restart this video all over again. Now, if you were here a couple days ago, I was completing 2 quests at the time. I caught this quest along with acquiring the 3 runestones needed in order to acquire Rama, the power of lightning, the lightning god. Now today we find ourselves in another situation where we must recover the stolen Regalia from the Empire. So I'm going to go ahead and start this game in a little bit, and we'll take it from there. Now yesterday I tried to do a little playthrough, you know, at least 30 minutes or 40 minutes of gameplay, and I thought I did really sloppy, so I ended up deleting the material that I had at the time, and I thought it would be best for everyone, especially me being a perfectionist and all, I thought it would be best to go ahead and redo the video. Now by redoing this video, it should be a little more time efficient, so instead of doing about 40 minutes of an episode, we might be able to cut it down to about 20-25 minutes. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm feeling a lot better as well, so I'm more energetic for this video as well. You know, as much as I have played this game, I don't think I'll ever get used to these loading times.
Let's go.
Now, in any other situation, I would gladly fast travel to my location. But since the Regalia has been stolen, I don't exactly have that luxury anymore. So it'll take about maybe 5-10 minutes to get to where I need to go. And normally I'll follow a road, you know, to get to my location, but because the location is straight across the map.
Like you? No wonder you get along like wildfire.
We do have much in common, like our tales of picking up after the prince.
Glad I could be of service.
The location is across the map. I'm going to go ahead and cut through all of that. I apologize for stopping my my sentence mid-sentence, but I don't like having these guys talk over me, and I don't like talking over them because I want you, the viewers, to be able to listen to what they're saying along with what I'm saying. You know, if it wasn't for these chocobos, this trek across the map would take way longer.
So if Gentiana's not mortal, then she doesn't ever grow older?
Yeah.
To be forever young.
Where is that road?
Imperials above us!
Thanks.
All this time, he was the Chancellor. I'd had suspicions, but that was well beyond them.
He's awfully friendly for an enemy leader.
I love how everyone is nice enough to slow down while I'm riding past them. Almost there, guys. Please bear with me.
What is the King's calling exactly?
Well, become best buds with the gods, maybe?
Legend has it the king once stood alongside the Six in the battle to banish the darkness. Darkness seems awfully vague.
Cindy is the sweetest girl ever.
Here we go again.
Going out of her way to help us these past couple days. I'm sure she's had better things to do.
All for a lost cause. Now I feel bad for turning down the courtesy car.
Courtesy car's no regalia.
Would have felt like cheating.
Besides, Cindy's a big girl.
So, you think she'll call again soon?
Soon, huh? Not soon enough for you, lover boy. Still can't get through.
Perhaps she's unable to answer.
But I told her to be ready and pick up when I call.
Let's hope she's all right.
Is anybody out there ready for Dream Drop Distance HD? I think it's going to be out in a couple weeks.
Umbra's the only one
Magitech engine. It's close.
I am not into wildlife. More of a pet guy.
Stop bitching, start killing.
You don't appreciate what you have till it's gone.
Man, in that car we were unstoppable.
She was our home away from home.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I always appreciated Regalia.
Some kind of fortress.
Yeah, porta-fortress. Those walls don't look so portable, though.
They are remnants of the old war, and the Imperial Army has availed itself of the added protection. Entry will not be easy.
And even after all that, we gotta wait just a little bit longer.
We'll meet again.
We're here. Sleeping out under the stars tonight.
No, 10 minutes so far, and I think we're doing pretty good for time. Hello, hello, and welcome, my fellow viewer. I always go for the skewers because they look delicious. It's a really good photo. It's like somebody has a crush. There was another one on here before, but I can't find it. Oh well.
So, any bright ideas, Ignis?
A dark one, as it were. A frontal assault would leave us exposed. But if we move under cover of night, we might be able to infiltrate the base unnoticed.
And until then?
We learn all we can about the base's design, and attempt to narrow down the Regalia's location. I'll analyze what intelligence we have available to find us a way in.
Sounds good, Specs.
All right, we're gonna get our wheels back.
There's no living without that Regalia.
Our goal is the Regalia. The last thing we want is to engage an entire garrison. Avoid detection at all costs.
In and out before it gets light, then.
Indeed. Even if it means leaving the task unfinished, we withdraw before we overstay our welcome.
By the way, if you're joining me right now, I have some of my settings disabled, so I won't be able to hear you if you're trying to, communicate with me. But you are welcome to leave a comment or anything if you'd like. Anyways, let's get this game going.
Together on my signal. Until then, hold position. 3, 2, 1. Now. You're in fine form. Keep it up.
Now, yesterday when I was doing this quest, I kind of screwed up because I got caught.
Stop.
What?
Searchlights. We're clear. Tread warily.
All right.
So I'm hoping by this time around doing this quest, I won't get caught.
Take cover. Don't want to mess with one of those.
We shouldn't have to, if we keep to the shadows.
Right.
Target the blind spot. One hit, one kill.
Gotta get to that Imperial before he turns around.
All right.
Not bad. Might still be hope for you.
This what's powering the base?
A Magitech generator of some description. It would explain why the troopers in the vicinity are uncommonly strong.
I say we wreck it. Spare us the sneaking around.
The risk is too great. Finding the Regalia comes first. Not a sound. You'll alert the enemy.
Got it.
Now, yesterday, this is the point in time where I screwed up and caught me, and I'm hoping they won't catch me this time. And they caught me.
Take care of it before the alarm's raised.
I spoke too soon.
Say your prayers.
No use hanging around here.
Indeed.
Now, when you're warping towards your enemies, remember to always press R1, because that will lock your target in place. And if you don't, well, you're just going to be going to empty spaces where your target's not at all where you need to be. Regalia is over there.
There's the old girl.
She's a real sight for sore eyes.
And none the worse for her time in Imperial hands.
What have we here?
Change of plans. Our new objective is to clear a path for the Regalia.
Try this!
One last push should suffice to finish them off. See?
Yep.
It isn't over yet.
When will it end?
Want it to end? Fight more, line less.
Hey! Blow up the energy
Here
tanks.
goes nothing!
They'll take out the enemies nearby. Let them do the work for us.
It ends now!
Yeah! Yeah! Get back!
One behind me. Hey Mark, how's it going? I would think that the last quest was my favorite one. The one where I fought Titans. That one was pretty fun. I think it's because it was my first major boss battle in the game that I've come across. And major boss battles are always very interesting. I think you're going to like that. If you have this game, I'm pretty sure you'll agree. But if you don't, you'll probably enjoy it just as much as I did.
Gotcha!
We'll take out the generator and all enemies in the area. Knocked. Focus your efforts on the generator. There's a chance doing so will weaken the MTs. More stuff? Our cover's blown. Go to town.
Yes, sir!
Oh, which reminds me, I have to add you back as well.
The entire base is fair game. Hold nothing back. The habit keeps the enemy off balance.
I'm stuck.
Not the time for horseplay!
Didn't mean to do that.
Onward.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a couple other games that I might stream as well. I'm actually thinking about restarting Final Fantasy X, but I recently beat it, so I might wait off on that one. I don't have a lot of games for PS4, but I have a couple that I have in mind. I've actually been thinking about streaming Dragon Age, but once I get my Twitch to work, then that'll be a totally different story. Now this is where things get interesting.
Say your prayers!
This is serious business.
A handful indeed.
Man, what are we gonna do?
Front up.
I have Fallout 4. That's what I can play.
This is the light of the six.
Dude, that was hardcore!
And it did the trick. The place is dead. Rest in pieces. Come on, let's grab the Regalia and split.
By the way, I've heard a lot of good things about the Division. So I might look into buying that soon as well.
Piece of cake, huh?
This part is.
Inadvertent though it was, we dealt the Empire a crushing blow today. The Marshal will be pleased to hear of this.
Pretty sweet busting up that base. Bust a base. I like the sound of that for this sort of thing. There's a base, we go in and bust it up. Bust a base. Whatever, I'm calling it that. You don't have to.
I won't. Seems a bit flippant.
Why not go for something a little more epic?
Because I thought of it first. So that's the name. Bust a base. Get used to it.
Easier said than done.
By the way, do you recognize the voice of Prompto? Now, if you've played Final Fantasy X, you'll know that the voice of Prompto is also the voice of Tidus. And if you've played Final Fantasy XII, you'll recognize that Ignis's voice is the voice of Bach, the Knight. Another one of my favorite games.
Guys?
Long has it been, Noctis.
Ravis.
You received the storm's blessing, and yet you know nothing of the consequences.
Watch it.
Be still, all of you.
Not good.
Heir to a crown befitting no other. Witness his splendor and glory. All hail the chosen king.
Awful high and mighty for an Imperial rat, serving the enemy to hunt down Luna.
I do not serve, I command! The king's sworn shield.
You better believe it.
A weak shield protects naught.
Hey! Wanna go? Let's do it.
Should the chosen fall, that too is fate.
I'd say that's far enough. A hand, Highness.
Not from you.
Oh, but I'm here to help.
And how is that?
By taking the army away.
You expect us to believe that?
When next we meet, it'll be across the seas. Just so happens we have business of our own with the tutelary deity, don't we? Fare thee well, your majesty. And safe travels.
You guys know that guy?
Ravis Nox Fleuret, first son of Tenebrae, and elder brother to Lady Luna Freya.
At long last, the Imperial blockades of Discayan roadways have been removed. The Imperial Army has also demolished all related facilities erected around the region. The Provisional Government of Insomnia anticipates increased traffic congestion along most local highways and encourages all citizens to refrain from any unnecessary travel for the time being.
So help me figure this out. That was Luna's brother?
The High Commander himself. Wartime makes for quick promotions.
Even a son of Tenebrae can rise to the top.
But why would he want to lead their army?
Who cares? Certainly formidable enough on his own.
Ugh.
If Ravis wants power, I'll give him a taste.
Now to answer your question, Mark, I apologize for waiting a little bit on that, on answering that question of yours. Let's see. I think the last couple games for Final Fantasy have been extremely good. Um, I think that's a tough one because I really, really loved Final Fantasy 13, especially Lightning Returns. Now, let's see, there was Final Fantasy 13, there's 13-2, and then there was Lightning Returns. Now, out of all of those, I think Lightning Returns was my favorite. And then second would have to come 13, and then 13-2 would be, third for me. Now, I've also played Final Fantasy 14. That one's really good. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play that one because it gets a little expensive playing that one monthly. So if you have the money to dish out, the $8 every month, I would say play that one if you have the game. And there's a lot to do in that game, especially. 12 was really good. 12 was actually the first one of its kind that I believe that it kind of got that MMO feel to it. And I think I loved that one as well because of that. It was different. It wasn't just your turn-based type of video game. It allowed you to strategize differently than you would in other Final Fantasy games. And of course, 10. Who can forget 10? 10 was an excellent game. Now I'm gonna leave it at 10 right now because if you go any lower than that, then that's like, it's like comparing apples and oranges. But if I categorize, if I categorize 7, 8, and 9, I would say 7's the best out of those three. 8 would be second. 9 would be third. But it's not like a bad third because I think 9 was a really good game as well. Now, if you didn't know this, Part 8 was actually one of the first Final Fantasy games that I bought myself. But it wasn't the first one that I beat either. 9 was the first one that I beat. So that's why I have a bit of a soft spot for Part 9.
Everybody out. Should be a nice change of pace.
Now I gotta look around to see where I'm at because I got a little lost in translation while answering your question.
Oh.
I'm not very good at multitasking if you don't know this. Actually, I'm not that far away from where I need to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back in the car and go in that direction. I might log out in a little bit, Mark. I actually have a couple of things that I need to do today, but I'm hoping to be able to come back later today and maybe do another playthrough. I'm calling this a mini playthrough, if you will. I don't necessarily want to call it episode 5. Maybe like a 4.9. I try to do at least an hour a day as far as a playthrough goes. But then any other time that, that I invest into this game, that's me time as well. So let's find out what's going to happen in Lestalem, and then I'll probably cut it from there.
Another nip base is cropping up, frickin' eyesores. You're worried about the view, I'm worried about the danger.
By the way, next time I'll more than likely disable the chat function, so it's a lot easier for me to communicate with you in the event that you do decide to watch me play again through. Now the reason I disable the chat functions is because, sometimes I'll get, a couple of people on here and people start talking and I don't want people, talking over each other.
Huh.
I try to keep it organized by... It's that whole less is more thing that people talk about.
What's wrong?
I let you down. I never made it to Kayem. The Empire came while you were gone. None of us said a word about Noct. They just showed up and then... Poor Jared.
What do you mean? What happened to Jared?
There was nothing we could do!
It's not right. We should have been here.
I couldn't stop them.
But I won't let the Empire get away with it. They'll pay for what they've done. I promise.
I believe in you, Prince Noctis.
I'm taking Talcott, and we're going to Kayem. We can't just stay here and do nothing.
I understand.
I wasn't expecting to get through this chapter so quickly. It's a really good picture of Noctis. Wow, an actual cutscene.
I can't let her go it alone after everything that went down. It'll be a squeeze in the car, but just for a while.
Shall we, then?
Yeah, I don't want to keep Sid and Cindy waiting. They're fixing up the boat as we speak.
We ought to thank them.
Actually, Jared's the one we ought to thank.
Yeah. He really thought of everything.
Alright everybody, I appreciate you taking time to watch this playthrough. Now, normally I do a lot longer playthroughs than this, but I have a couple of things to do today. So anybody who took time and hung out with me today, you know that it's always nice to have company while I do these playthroughs, because it's always a lot more interesting when you share the experience with other people. I'm hoping to do another playthrough later tonight, if I have time. But if anything changes, I'll let everybody know. Alrighty then. You all take care, and I'll see you guys soon, and have a great day.